Hello everyone, this is your watch enthusiast, Mike Watch. Today, I'll be talking with you all about this second generation two-tone blue ghost model released by VS. Personally, I think the color matching between the bezel and the dial on this model is quite well done. You can get a feel for it. The bezel has a slightly lighter, vibrant blue, while the dial next to it has a deeper shade. Under strong light, the difference might not be very apparent from this angle. But if we look at it from a direct lighting angle, let me show you. I'll zoom in and then change the angle for you to get a better feel. You can see the color toning. Please wait a moment, let me show you from this angle. See, it might be a bit blurry, but the color toning on this bezel is exceptionally good. You can get a feel for it, right? When I was filming the review, the angle was under rather strong light, which is why it might appear more vibrant to you. But in reality, when viewed under direct light, its color is extremely close to the genuine article. Next, let's look at some other details and craftsmanship. I've discussed this before, about 2 or 3 years ago, when I talked about the two-tone black model, comparing VS with C Factory. Back then, the details on the VS weren't as refined as they are now. First is the Lume pip on the bezel. You can feel it. The Lume pip now has a smooth, jade-like color and a slightly translucent design, unlike the pure white one from previous versions. The current version is much better than before, as you can see, and the steel ring around it is quite fine. And then the treatment of the gold-plated material on the entire bezel edge. Yes, you can get a feel for it. This includes the details on the side. The center post for the hands is a solid cannon pinion. The VS cannon pinion has always been much better than C Factory's. It has that small cap shape. Yes, you can see it, a small cap shape, and it's quite delicate. Yes, and the 6 and 9 markers, as well as the polishing on the hands, are all three-dimensional. The inverted triangle at 12 o'clock, and the 6 and 9 markers, right? They all have a high polish finish with rounded edges. Unlike a standard right angle, the corners here aren't sharp. They have been polished with a rounded finish. You can easily feel the difference. Now for the texture of the bracelet, there's another point I want to mention. Take a look at the bracelet design. The bracelet links are individually plated. Each link is taken out for gold plating using a PVD vacuum plating process. So they have gold-finished sides, not steel sides. They all undergo PVD vacuum plating, done individually, which increases the cost. Yes, you can see, there's no steel color showing through. Yes, and personally, I think the color toning of the gold is done exceptionally well. It's a light gold shade. I'll zoom in so you can see, let me pull back a bit. Yes, it's that light gold color, completely consistent with the genuine model. Right, and you can feel the color toning on the sides again. Yes, and all the markers have a rounded, full, three-dimensional feel. The luminous coating is applied with a recessed finish. You can see for yourself. Currently, as long as you choose the right VS factory model, there aren't any major issues. Right, and regarding the gold parts, I must mention that the base is 9 alpha-L steel, which then undergoes a triple-layer PVD vacuum plating. With normal wear and minor scratches, you won't experience color fading or peeling. However, with more severe impacts or abrasions, there is a chance of the color fading or coming off. Although the probability is low, for the sake of accuracy, I have to mention it. Plus, with gold plating, it is more susceptible to scratches. Okay, and over here, you can feel the texture of the links. The center links are PVD vacuum plated, while the side links have a brushed finish. Now let's look at the edges and corners. They are all polished with rounded edges. Right, you can get a feel for it. You can also see the embossed Rolex crown logo here. Right, now let's look at the feel of the clasp. The craftsmanship is generally without major flaws. I'll just briefly go over the points. A quick look is sufficient. On the inside, you can see there are no welding spots. The safety catch on the clasp is a single-piece molded design. It's all very clean. Let's look inside the clasp. The engravings and hallmarks, right? The Rolex logo and the code like 1 are here all present. You can just take a quick look. However, on the genuine model, these engravings are deeper and more three-dimensional. Okay, now let's look over here. The clasp also has a micro-adjustment feature. After pulling it open, you can micro-adjust the bracelet. This is a very nice feature. For instance, if removing one link makes it too tight, but adding it back is too loose, you can use this micro-adjustment to get a much more comfortable fit on the wrist. Right, and there's one more point about VS I want to mention. Take a look at the inside of the bracelet here. For the two-tone material, the links are constructed in 3 separate pieces. They are 3 distinct, separated pieces, as you can see here. See, they are separated into 3 pieces. If it were a single molded piece, that would be incorrect. That's what smaller factories do to save costs. Yes, whereas a top-tier factory will make them with 3 separate, distinct pieces. Yes, look here as well. This is because the center links are designed as separate components. They are all 3-piece links. You can see the seam here, right? A single, ET, molded piece would be completely wrong. Right, the case back is a solid design. I won't open it up to show the movement. Guys, if you watch enthusiasts are interested, you can check my previous review of the VS Black Ghost. Yes, I opened up the movements for both the second and third generation Black models, which use the Dandong 3135. Okay, finally, let's talk about how to set the time. This model has a screw-down crown design. After you unscrew it like this, right, this is for winding. Pulling it out to the first position adjusts the date. Yes, you can feel it. The time setting functions are identical to the genuine model. Clockwise adjustment advances the time, and the date jumps forward. Right, then you pull it out to the next position. This adjusts the hands. The 3135 movements hands move forward with a clockwise turn. The Dandong 3135. Yes, and now watch as the date changes instantly. See, it's an instantaneous date jump, and it can also adjust the date backward. Let me give you a quick demonstration. But you should try to avoid adjusting the date backward, as I personally feel this function can cause damage to the movement. Yes, it's enough just to know this function exists. Yes, clockwise for time and date advance. Then press it back into the winding position, right? Push it in while turning it clockwise to screw it down tightly. And finally, I'll put it on my wrist to give you a feel for it. Regarding this model, I'll say it again. If you want to try a gold model, I personally think the two-tone version is worth considering. Because with two-tone, it's not like the entire bracelet and case is solid gold. With this type, normal wear and scratches aren't a big issue, whereas a full gold model scratches very easily. If you can accept that the material is different, the gold parts material is different, and that there might be some scratch issues. Another thing is that normal wear and tear is fine. What you need to worry about is avoiding severe impacts and abrasions. Then you can consider models like this two-tone blue or the two-tone black, because some enthusiasts feel the steel model is a bit too plain, right? They want something with a bit of color, so the two-tone models are worth looking into. But as for full gold models, I'll be frank, I don't particularly recommend them. Okay, so that's all for today. See you next time. Bye bye.